What's up, Lakeview Intermediate? Good morning. How you doing today? Principal Hine here with you from the Lakeview office live on this Friday, silly day of Red Ribbon Week. Let's get right to our announcements this morning. Also, a shout out to my sixth grade friends who provided me with my hair this morning. I'm really digging the look. I hope you like it too. It's fun. All right. So morning announcements real quick. Red Ribbon Week. Thank you for participating this week. And remember, Red Ribbon Week is not just a week. It goes all day, all week, all month, all year, all lifetime long. It is a commitment to be drug-free and make good choices, drug, tobacco, alcohol-free, stay emotionally and physically healthy so you can be on your game and successful in life. So thank you for showing your red ribbon spirit this week, and thank you to Mrs. Mann and Miss Conklin for making it a fun and successful Red Ribbon Week. All right, next, who will host Liftoff Live next week? I don't know yet, but we're going to find out on Monday morning, and we're going to decide today. I've already been talking to some of our playground monitors and our recess or cafeteria monitors, and we've been watching you in the hallway, and we are looking for the class that is most deserving, just like Miss Metcalf's class was this week. And by the way, I told Miss Metcalf's class, you can be repeat winners. If you're still the best, I can come back. I don't care. I just want a fun room with students who do great with CHAMPS procedures. That's what I'm looking for. All right, so we will find out on Monday morning who gets to host Liftoff Live. And finally, teachers, I'm coming by to do the Veterans Day video with a student from each class, and they should know who they are at this point, just one student. And I will be coming by after liftoff, and if you're that student, I'll pull you out, and we'll just do a quick recording of the one line for the video, and then you go right back into class. We'll do it right there in the pod, so it will not take long, but I will be doing that right after liftoff is over. All right, it's time for a special award. We've done this once so far this year. It's hard to see where to put my hand when I'm trying to put my finger up. Okay, we've done this one time, but I'm excited because the Spark Award, remember, is for our staff. So students, I know this isn't for you, but this is a great time to show our relational skills by applauding an adult who's doing awesome things at our school. And so this is a award we do about once a month, and it's called the Spark Award. Remember, Spark is my frog who was the only one in the whole pond who was orange, and everybody made fun of him at first. And he realized that he was orange because he was always happy and positive, and he did great things that helped others. And then other frogs who at first kind of bullied Spark for being orange, they started doing nice things and being happy because of him. And they started noticing, just like this one in the picture, they're turning orange too. And they realized that positivity and doing positive things was contagious. And so we like to recognize a staff member that has done something positive, had a great impact on our school. So are you ready, Lakeview? All right, I'm going to bring Mrs. Mann into the broadcast. She is live from somewhere in the school. Good morning, Mrs. Mann.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Doing great, feeling silly.
All right, well, if you would please go into the classroom of our Spark Award winner. I can't tell where you are. And I wonder if we'll hear the class cheer. Hang on just a second as she gets settled in. We should see them here in a moment. Uh-oh. Please go into the classroom of our Spark. There she is. All right. It's Mrs. Kofed in Pod 5. Good morning, Mrs. Kofed.
Okay. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. Kids, oh my gosh, look at, we get the frog this week. Even if it's orange, I like it.
Yay.
Good silly thing for me. I love it.
Yes. So let me tell everybody why Mrs. Kofed is earning the Spark Award.
Oh, wow. That is cool.
So Mrs. Kofed's being recognized because the other day she was walking through the office during her lunch, and a student came in that was injured from the playground. Miss Tara was working alone in the office, and she was busy handling a phone call, so there was nobody else to help. Mrs. Kofed very easily could have gone, it's my lunchtime, and she could have kept going to get what she needed to get, maybe a drink or whatever, something from the refrigerator, and go back to her classroom and ignored the problem, but she did not do that. Mrs. Kofed helped Miss Tara get the injured student to a desk where the student could be more stable with his injury and more comfortable. and Mrs. Kofed stayed with the student during her lunchtime until other adults were able to come help with the situation. And Mrs. Kofed, the person who nominated you, said this personified spark by helping a student you've never even had in your class, and it shows that Lakeview students are cared for by all Lakeview teachers and staff. So we are very, very proud of that effort. And we know we have teachers who do things like that all the time, but I'm so proud that one of your colleagues recognized that in you, and we wanted to celebrate you as our Spark winner. So congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
And she's got a card there with a gift in it. She's got some bright orange pencils, and she's got some orange candy, I know, somewhere there that she will enjoy for being positive. Thank you, Mrs. Kofed. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Isn't that fun? I love that. So thank you for helping me celebrate Mrs. Kofed, everybody. Okay, let me get Liftoff back up here. Here we go. Next, it is time for... We don't just celebrate teachers here. We have to celebrate students, right? So that's right. It's time for the Miller 5 shout out.
You know you make me wanna
I got to get my hair going today. All right. So the Miller 5 shout out today goes to Miss Stacy Pena. Stacy in Pod 7, Mrs. Latham's class. I'm looking at you, Stacy. I have been told that Stacy has been helping a new Spanish-speaking student feel welcome by guiding him through his day in both the languages of Spanish and English. Oh my gosh, it is so hard to come to a new school anyway. And then when you're learning a new language, that's even more tough. So Stacy, wow, what a way to be relational and respectful and responsible, to be a trusted student who can help a new student do a better job and be more comfortable and feel at home. That's what we do with new guests to our school who are now our school family members. You're making that student more comfortable and helping him. So Stacy, congratulations. Way to be a Lakeview Miller. Way to show the Lakeview or Miller 5. You are the shout out of the day. I'm proud of you, Stacy. Great job. All right. Next, it is time for Admit 1. So let's see if Mrs. Mann and Miss Conklin are ready. I believe they are. Let's bring them into the broadcast. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Oh, look at you, Mrs. Mann. I like your glasses.
I was inspired by your glasses. So,
all right. What have we got today?
well, today we're going to look at another natural high video because remember, we want you to find something that's good for you that helps you feel good and find joy. So we're going to take a look today at a professional skateboarder.
All right, here we go. As soon as Mr. Hine gets it figured out.
My name is Terry Kennedy. I'm from Long Beach, California, 25 years old. At the time when I was coming up, Long Beach was like any other city. And me saying that, any other inner city, like a Compton, Watts, Long Beach, Inglewood, it's nothing but gang violence, drug selling, just the repercussions of an inner city. Just a lot of negativity. No positivity, no direction to really look at. Played on a junior high basketball football team. Started point guard, I was 8th grade, and the shooting guard on my team was Hispanic. He skateboarded. So every day after school, after basketball practice and football practice, I see him in front of the school skating around. I remember just seeing his skate clothes and just like being fascinated by it. Like, dude, I'm like the coolest shoes. Like, what kind of shoes are those? And I would bother him every day after basketball practice, every day. To the point he was just like, dude, won't you skate? And he's like, man, all right, because you might as well, dude. You're going to continue to bother me about it. You might as well. So he was like, meet me at this park called Cherry Park. He was like, I'm going to bring you aboard, just bring some skate shoes. I remember it was the first day of summer. Went up to Cherry Park. Sure enough, everyone was there. I seen 2 other black kids that was on my team. I was stunned. They were skating. I'm like, y'all skate? They like, we just be playing basketball. It's nothing for us to sign me. And ain't like, you skating, so it's nothing for us to start a conversation to you about. And for sure enough, I come to this park, there's a whole other world. Like, I seen everybody getting along. It's blacks, Asians, Hispanics, Korean. Everybody is a melting pot of just all ethnicities. for us to be in a situation like that where all different races getting along and interacting and not getting in trouble or trying to fight each other, I was like, wow. And then from there, I swear to God, I went to this park every day. Didn't miss a day. You know, like skateboarding. There was just something with skateboarding. Just like it touched me. I was like, man, it's a peace of mind. It kept me away from my neighborhood. It kept me out of trouble for that moment. It's just like, it brought me to a new world. Like a new environment. I was like, dude, I'm not around a gang of negativity. Everybody getting along and we just having a good time. First time I heard drugs, I was probably about 10. When I first actually seen my mother actually do drugs. Couldn't wrap my head around it. Like, what is this? And then actually see my mom do it. And it just like freaked me out. It was like the scariest thing I ever saw. She was like the most loving, caring mom in the world. And then she'd do drugs and it's just like something would switch. It got to a crucial point to where my mom was so messed up on drugs to where she used to spend all our money to where I remember this. I was going to school. I was starting 9th grade. And I remember first day of school, my mom been out like she'd probably been gone for about 2 days at a time. So she was hungry, didn't have no food. I remember her going to school with me, walking me to school the first day of school, and had to eat lunch and breakfast with me. Because she didn't have no money and smoked up all the money. And it was just like a devastating thing for me to be in high school and then people to know that my mom was on drugs because they could tell. My mom was like just functioning differently. And just being in cafeteria with me trying to eat food and like just, because she was just so messed up at that point. It was just like the most gnarliest thing I had to endure. Coming from Cherry Park, my friend Evan was giving me a ride home. My uncle called me and said, you got to hurry home. You know, something drastic is happening in the family. And I'm like, you know, what's going on? You know, we'll tell you in the game. I'm like, no, what's going on? Like, I don't want to walk in. Like, what happened? They're like, well, they found your mom passed away this morning. I remember this day too. A lot of them wanted to cry, but I remember not shedding a tear. I remember just hanging up the phone and being like, I knew it was coming. If I was doing drugs, would I be successful as I am today now? No, drugs take you away from who you are. My mom was a loving, caring person. When she did drugs, that light switch turned off. If I came up here being Terry Kennedy and on drugs, these kids would be more so probably embarrassed. And secondly, they wouldn't probably want to be around. Because for one, I skateboard and I represent what they do, and they represent what I do. So when I'm doing drugs, I'm giving them a bad look, and that ain't the key. No one in the God's green earth was born in there was like, as soon as you was born, the doctor was like, here goes cigarette, here go anything, here goes some weed. No, you was born into this world natural and healthy as possible. So why you can't live and continue to go about life like that? You was a happy boy, little child running around the same way. So I look at life like nothing changes, man. But you probably get a little bit taller, put on a little bit of weight, you know, get a deeper voice, whatever it may be. You go through hormone changes, but the world doesn't change. So the key is to stay true to you. I would say this. I'm gonna tell you how much a main factor of life that this is surrounding yourself around positive people and positive things that's going on. I had two choices. I could have stayed in my neighborhood and did what I did, or I could have stayed on the skateboard and continue to push past my neighborhood. The opportunities that my block would have handed me was either dead, in jail, on drugs the rest of my life. You know, so I would say surround yourself around people that's positive first. Secondly, be comfortable with who you are, secondly. And third of most all, have fun. That's the key, have fun. I'm Terry Kennedy, and my natural high is skateboarding.
All right. I love the message that he gives us in that he lived it, you guys. He was surrounded by the opportunity to do something that was harmful to his body, to his mind, to his heart. Not only the people that lived in his neighborhood, but right there in his house. You know, his mom was struggling and he saw that and he didn't want to be that way. So he found something that was his natural high that gave him joy, that could get him out of that situation. And that's what we keep talking about this week with Red Ribbon Week. Find something that you can do that is good for you, that has good consequences to it, right? Something that brings you joy, something that's healthy. It's good for your heart and it's good for your mind. And it doesn't hurt you in any way. It doesn't hurt somebody else. Miss Conklin, I don't know if you noticed, but I had to write this down because I love what he said. He said that if he started doing drugs, he couldn't do that because he represented his group of friends, his skateboarding group, and that would give them a bad rap, So not only do his choices affect him, but they affect others. And he saw that firsthand with what his mom's choices were. So you guys, you got to think about it, not just yourself, about your people, and that goes along with a lot of other things. But his 3 pieces of advice were to surround yourself with positive people. You've heard us say that all week long. Be comfortable with yourself, find what's good for you, and then have fun. Kind of like today, we're talking about how drugs are no joke, but we're dressed kind of silly. My hair's a little silly, but man, there are some silly dressed people around here. If you haven't seen me yet, I would not wear this to work normally, y'all. So have some fun, but make sure that what you're doing and the people you're hanging around with, that it's good stuff. It's good for you. If you feel uncomfortable with choices that people are trying to get you to make, run away. We talked about that yesterday. Don't walk, run. Run away, tell an adult so that they can help you. Okay?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a great Red Ribbon Week. Thank you both for making it special and memorable for us and giving us videos and messages that inspire us. Like I said, not just a week, a lifetime of healthy choices.
Absolutely.
That's right. And coming up next week, sneak peek, it's Kindness Week.
Oh, awesome. Even better. All right. Well, thank you, ladies. Let's bring in Miss Tazi this morning. We got to get everybody to class. It's time to get to learning. So real quick, let's bring in, we got to get through, we can't go through the day without a little bit of humor. So let's bring in our corny joke of the day. Good morning, Miss Tazi.
Good morning.
All right, here we go. So this one's very appropriate for the year 2020. What kind of jokes do you tell during quarantine?
What?
Inside jokes. Oh, gosh. 2020. We need to move on. We're going to get past this. Someday soon, we're going to get past this. But at least we can laugh a little bit while we're doing it.
That's right.
All right. So, ladies, thank you for joining us for Red Ribbon Week. And Miss Tazi, let's get into our pledges.
All right, go ahead and quietly stand up and get ready for our flag salutes. Your right hand is over your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And the Oklahoma flag salute. I salute the flag of the state of Oklahoma. Its symbols of peace unite all people. You may be seated for your moment of silence. During this time, you may reflect, meditate, pray, or engage in other silent activity.
All right. Let's launch the day. Teachers, thank you for indulging us a few extra minutes. Very special video message from Miss Mann, Miss Conklin, and also celebrating students and teachers today with the Spark Award and shout out. So thank you for giving us that few minutes of extra time. And let's kick off a Friday at Lakeview Intermediate, Miss Tazi. We are
Lakeview.
We're not
Average.
We will strive
For the Miller 5.
Whatever it takes, we will
Grow.
3, 2, 1.
Liftoff.